Hi everyone, and welcome to our video of cardinal number Venn diagrams where we are given 3 sets. Okay, so in the previous video we saw 2 sets. Here we've got 3. Well, the strategy doesn't change much. We still need to make some sketches and figure out what regions are important to us. Okay, so in this first one, notice I know there's 3 sets, A, B, C, and then the different operations with them. So let's go ahead and get, actually let me do it in black ink. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to draw nice and big. So give yourself plenty of room, and then here is going to be my A. Here's going to be my B, and then here's going to be my C. So there's that. And then the universe. Okay, so the way that I break these down, I just kind of go from top to bottom and see if I can write in anything, I do it. If I can't, well, that means I can skip it and come back to it later. So these first 3 I can't do anything with. So it says the number of elements in A is 30. A currently has 4 regions that are blank, so I don't know how that 30 is going to get split up into those 4 yet. Okay, so moving on. Same with the number of elements in B and the number of elements in C. So moving on completely from those top 3. This one here, the number of elements in A and B is 20. Well, A and B is the football shape between the 2 sets A and B. However, there's 2 regions in that football shape, so that means I don't know how the 20 will be split up between those 2 regions. Okay, so then moving on. Similar with the next 2, the football shape has 2 regions. I wouldn't know how to fill those information in. All right, and then so it looks like this is going to be the first thing that we could do. This is the intersection of all 3 sets. The intersection of all 3 sets occurs right in the middle. And if you do need it, if you do need to sketch it out, you could, but I'm thinking, so the overlap is how I'm kind of thinking of it in vocabulary terms. The overlap of all 3 is right in the middle. Okay, so that means 1 goes into there. So that's the 1 element right there. Okay, so now that I have that, I'm going to kind of work my way backwards. Okay, because the number of elements in U is 80, so that's saying all 8 regions needs to add up to 80, so I don't know how that's going to split up yet. But these kind of collectively I can do as my second step. Okay, so like let's start with this one here. I'll put a little dot on and put a check mark when we're done doing it. So this is the football shape between A and B. So it already has 1 accounted for. So that means 19 must be in that region. So 1 plus 19 is 20. That's it. And I just kind of do the quick mental math to verify as I go. The next line has the football shape B and C. So here's B, here's C. Here's the football shape, the kind of diagonal bottom right. And they say 6 total elements are in there. Well, 1's already counted. So that means 5 must go in to the blank spot. And then 1 plus 5 is 6. It's a match. Okay, and then the last number 2 here, it says the football shape, the A and C needs to add up to 8. 1's already counted, so that means 7 would be left over in the other region. So 7 plus 1 is 8. So there's all 3. That all counts. Okay, and then now I can go back up to deal with these ones. Let's go ahead and put it in purple. These, we could be like our collective step 3. So the number of elements in A is 30. I already have 3 regions accounted for, so that means that I can fill in the 1 blank region that's left over. So I currently have 27. So 19 plus 1 is 20, plus 7 is 27. I need 3 more to add up to 30. So that means this part has 3. Okay, and usually the arithmetic, so I'm just saying the arithmetic if needed. I mean, we can always do some scratch work to verify. So 27 and then 3 more would be 30. Okay, so we could always do that type of scratch work. I am going to literally scratch it out afterwards. But usually the numbers are small enough, I think, to where we can just kind of state it. But again, use scratch work as needed. Okay, and then our number of elements in B is 39. Well, 19 plus 1 is 20, plus 5 is 25. So I currently have 25 in all of B. It needs to add up to 39. Well, 25 plus 14 would be 39. Okay, and even here we can kind of check. 14 plus 1 plus 5 is 20, and then plus 19 is 39. So we could verify doing the addition in a different way. Okay, and then one last one here. The number of elements in C is 18. I currently have 8 plus 5 is 13. So I need 5 more to add up to 18. And then again, I can kind of double check real quick. 5 and 5 is 10. 7 and 1 is 8. 10 plus 8 is 18. Okay, so that's looking very good for us at this moment. Okay, so now I have all of the circle information filled in. I'm missing one of the numbers, the outside region, and then that's where we can come and do number 4 right here. The number of elements in the universe is 80. So all of these added up. So 3 plus 19 plus 14 plus 7 plus 1 plus 5 plus 5 plus something needs to equal 80. Okay, and I usually just leave it blank instead of putting in variables, but you could put like an X there if you want to. Okay, and then now this is where maybe a calculator would be useful. Without a calculator, I would say, well, 19 plus 1 is 20, plus 10 is 30, plus, here's another 10, plus another 10 is 40, plus 14 would be 54. So it's 54 plus something needs to equal 80. And then, I could subtract the 54 over, and that would give us, I'm going to just fill it in right here, 26. Okay, so that 26, so that was that most outside part. Let me just put it in words. That's the outside of all the circles, not completely. So we will never have anything completely outside the rectangle. So it's always inside all of the rectangle. But outside the circles is what I mean for this outside. It should be 26. Okay, and this is where maybe, so I did it all mentally here, at least might be worthwhile to double check one more time. Here's my calculator just to do 3 plus 19 plus 14 plus 7 plus 1 plus 5 plus 5 plus 26. Good, 80. Okay, so hopefully, so I did. I typed it in right. Everything looks good. Okay, so all of these are now, and I just put little check marks on to show that it's done. So I number it to show kind of the order I have of importance, and then afterwards, check marks to say, yep, I did do it. Okay, and then, I definitely did it based on the picture. Every region is filled in. Okay, now that we do have all the regions filled in, let's go ahead and answer these two sets that they want, the number of elements in A and B. Okay, so the number of elements in A and B, here's where I'm going to use a highlighter. It's going to get a little messy. But remember that this makes the football shape between A and B. So I'm going to just highlight the two numbers that are important. There's the football shape that makes A and B. And so it's 19 plus 1 would be our answer. Well, actually adding it to make 20 is the final answer, like that. Okay, so there's the yellow. So this is where it gets. So this is where we have to be careful. So this is where it gets messy. If I do highlight one thing, I have to be careful in case it doesn't get too crazy, but let's see how this works. So the highlighting of not A. So the way that I'm going to do that, I'm just going to kind of circle highlight A. So there's A getting at least the region, and I want everything that's not inside of this. Okay, so the way that I'm doing it, let me just go ahead and highlight all of A, actually. So here's all of A highlighted. And then I just want to state, so I'm kind of highlighting the wrong thing. So this I am just going to circle and say, hey, not this highlighted thing. So the 14, the 5, the 5, and the 26 is the way that I'm trying to break it down. So instead of highlighting the actual not A, I'm highlighting A and saying, nope, not that, not what I highlighted, these others. Okay, so that's a different style to look at it, and it gives us 50. Okay, or the other way to do this problem, we had a rule. The number of elements in A is the number of elements in the union minus the number of elements not in A. Okay, so I could look and see the pink highlighted, let me even highlight it there, is 10 plus 20 is 30, and that equals 80 minus 50. Yep, so I can check myself too with some formulas. Okay, so there we go. So that's how we could do this. Okay, so let's actually put a pause on it so you could jump right into this. But to be safe with locking up of my computer, I'm going to do this in a separate video. So if you want to try it on your own, though, try it right now and then look at the answers afterwards. Okay, but let's take a pause. So thanks for watching, and I'm going to start another video just now. All right, and see you soon.